Good morning, students. Myself, Dr. Balasubramaniam, working as assistant professor, the Department of Zoology, Government First Grade College, Chintamani. So today we are going to discuss about the metamorphosis. So metamorphosis, last class we saw one part in the metamorphosis. So four types of metamorphosis are there. One being ametabolous type, second is the hemimetabolous type, third is the parametabolous type, and fourth is the holometabolous type. So last class we saw the ametabolous type, the parametabolous type, and hemimetabolous type. And this class we are going to see the holometabolous type of metamorphosis. So just recap of the last class. Metamorphosis is a transformation of immature larval individual into the sexually matured form. Now, sexually matured adult form, both in structure and habitat, and this process takes place by gradual changes. And in the insects, we find different types of metamorphosis. Now, insects show this scattered feature of metamorphosis. Now, gradual metamorphosis are parametabolous type of development that we see in the still insects and aphids. So here, again recap of the last class. So, last class, gradual metamorphosis or parametabolous development. In this type of metamorphosis is known as parametabolous type. Now, in this type, the newly hatched young ones resembles the adult in general form but lacks the wings and external genital appendages in addition to the reproductive structures. So the young ones undergo several infant stages through successive molting to transform into the adult. Now, last time we see the complete metamorphosis or holometabolous development. So this we observe in the case of the housefly and butterfly. Now in this case, the adults lay the eggs, and these adults after copulation, so these eggs develop to the larvae, and larvae is the voracious feeder. Now in the case of the silk moth, we see 5 instars, namely the first instar, second instar, third instar, fourth instar, fifth instar, and fifth instar after getting mature. So it spins around the cocoon, around itself, and inside this larvae undergoes the pupal stage, and the pupae after later finally it goes to the imago or the baby moth, and they produce the enzyme called cocoonase, and this cocoonase dissolves the cocoon, and the imago or the baby moth come outside and form the adult moth. So here we see the complete metamorphosis that we see in the butterfly and the housefly. So here we see one by one. So insects that go through complete metamorphosis experience 4 stages of growth. The first stage being the egg. The egg is the centrolesthal egg in the case of the insects. So that means centrolesthal eggs. So this yolk is in the center. This type of eggs are called centrolesthal eggs. Now in the eggs, usually these eggs are oval in shape, and they have the micropyle, and this micropyle meant for the exchange of gases. And this oval egg is laid by the insects. Now this egg hatches out, and when the insect come outside, it look like a small worm, that is a larvae. Then this is the larval stage. The larvae eats a lot and grows quickly. So in the case of the mulberry plants or mulberry silkworm, this feeds voraciously on the mulberry plant, and this mulberry plant is a Morus alba, which is the food for the silk moth. Then this hard covering around itself, it forms the third stage. That stage is called pupa. The insects go through more changes in the pupa and squeezes out into the world into its final adult stage. Now here, once again, The metamorphosis in the butterflies is a complete metamorphosis because of distinctive stages, namely the egg, the larvae or the caterpillar, the pupa or chrysalis, and the adult stage. The insect's physical features are different in all stages of metamorphosis. So that means physically and internally, morphologically, anatomically, there are a lot of changes occur between the larvae and the pupae and the adult. So life cycle of the butterfly, sometimes the adult butterfly is also called imago. Now the adult butterfly has a compound eyes, two antennae, dust-like scales on the wings, and legs that come out of one came to touch with the insects. So this egg, first stage, the female butterfly lays the eggs on surface of the leaf or stem. The eggs are tiny, oval or cylindrical and varies in color. The popular larvae form of butterfly known as caterpillar and grows inside the egg. Now the larvae or caterpillar stage 2, after hatching from the egg, the caterpillar is extremely hungry and eats constantly and voraciously and heavily on the food. The caterpillar eats its way out of the egg and continues to eat plants in the outside world. Next stage, after this stage, it reaches the third stage, the pupa or the chrysalis. So the caterpillar forms a vessel around itself, so that is called the cocoon. And inside this cocoon, there is the pupa. Inside the pupa, this caterpillar gradually grows and develops. During the stage, the pupa skins out around the vessels and makes the exterior hard. Fourth stage, the pupa transforms to the adult. Previously to the adult, there is a baby moth or the imago. After mating is completed, the female butterfly lays the eggs on the leaf on the flat surface, and the whole life cycle begins all over again. So summary of this topic. So ametabolous type of development, we saw incomplete type of metamorphosis, gradual metamorphosis, and complete metamorphosis or holometabolic type of complete development. The four development stages are namely the egg, larvae, pupa, and adult. So holo is the complete, para is the partial, hemi is the off, and no metamorphosis. There is a ametabolous type of metamorphosis. So a brief note here, how this metamorphosis occurs. See, there are so many factors which influence the metamorphosis in insects, particularly the hormones, brain hormone, secreted by the neurosecretory cells, and the nature of this brain hormone is lipids, and this activates the corpora cardiaca. Now this is the nature of the brain hormone secreted by the neurosecretory cells, and the nature is the lipids and activates the corpora cardiaca. The second hormone is the prothoracic hormone, prothoracic hormone, that is a PTTH. So secreted by corpus cardiaca, and the nature of this hormone is the ectosteroids and stimulates the prothoracic glands. Next, third hormone is the prothoracic gland hormone PGH, secreted by the prothoracic glands, and the nature of this hormone is the dazone, and it triggers the molting. So molting is the periodic removal of the exoskeleton. Usually why this molting happen? Now in the case of the insects, the skeleton is around the organism, and the skeleton doesn't allow the growth of the organism. So therefore the skeleton has to be removed periodically, and that process is called molting. And during the process or after the molting, then the growth occurs, and again the keratin is getting harder. And this keratin should be periodically removed so that the growth is accompanied, followed by the different stages. Now, juvenile hormone is secreted by the corpora called alata, and the nature of this hormone is the lipids, and it regulates the morphogenesis and promotes the metamorphosis. As far as the juvenile hormone is produced, So it maintains the juvenile stage, that is, it maintains the larval stage. Once the juvenile hormone is reduced, then it becomes the adult. Now, references of this topic. So we have the Invertebrates by Kurt Paul and Invertebrates by Jordan Verma, Yakamana Dayar, and Invertebrates by Dami and Invertebrates by S.N. Prasad. Okay, thank you for listening. Thank you.